Prediabetes is on the rise globally and is the cause of tremendous amounts of morbidity and mortality. In this video, we'll take a look at prediabetes and what you can do to reverse this devastating condition. Melinda S. is a 45-year-old woman who is about this tall and 220 pounds. She lived on a small Midwestern farm at the foot of the Rocky Mountains, where cheesy fried potato casserole and coffee cakes were a staple on the breakfast table. Melinda never went to the grocery store to buy eggs and milk and cheese. Those were abundant on the farm, and she always had to have a slice of fresh, crispy homemade bread or crunchy corn cakes known as fried mash on the table next to her while she was eating. Her husband, Paul, who was 5'10" and weighed 250 pounds, was a fantastic cook. And as Melinda put it, he cooked the world's best fried potatoes with cheese. On a chilly evening in the fall, when the sun was just going down behind the mountain range that was visible from the front porch of the farmhouse, the family sat down to a hearty dinner when suddenly the phone rang. It was Melinda's doctor, a woman who showed great concern for her patients. She said, "Melinda, your blood results came back and some of them were out of range." Melinda said, "Really, doctor? How bad are they?" The doctor said, "Well, Melinda, the A1C, which is a measure of how your sugar has been running for the past 2 to 3 months, was 6. That is still not diabetes, but you're heading there." And Melinda said, "Doc, is there anything I can do to stop myself from getting diabetes?" And the doctor said, "Actually, Melinda, there are. The most important things are to change your lifestyle and to get more exercise." Melinda said, "Change my lifestyle? What do you mean, doctor?" And the doctor said, "Well, Melinda, let me send you an email. I'm going to send you a list of foods I want you to stop eating and a list of foods I want you to increase in your diet. And I want you to decrease the portions because you're going to have to lose weight. And come in to see me next week and I'll set up an appointment for you with a nutritionist." A few moments later, Melinda received an email from her doctor. It was the list she had promised that prohibited refined carbohydrates and unhealthy fats from her diet. There would be no more floury baked goodies and fresh, crispy homemade bread on the side of her plate. And those coffee cakes with the cinnamon sugar on the top that she loved so much were now a no-no. Melinda sat down to have dinner with her family, but the mac and cheese tasted like cardboard. And the surprise pecan pies that she was saving for dessert made her feel like she just knocked over a glass of red wine on the sparkling new white tablecloth of a posh restaurant. Now, Melinda had grown up eating deep-fried foods, and the hardest work she had ever done was to cook and clean the cozy, warm farmhouse that they lived in. She knew that if she did not reverse her A1C, that she could go on to develop full-blown diabetes and run the risk of stroke and kidney disease and blindness and nerve damage and a variety of skin symptoms. What scared her the most was damage to her circulatory system because her great-grandmother had had her left leg amputated because of diabetes. How was she to find the strength to do what she needed? How was she to cut out ice cream and chocolate chip cookies and Paul's creative cooking? Melinda had a long talk with a nutritionist, after which she put herself on a Mediterranean diet, a diet that is rich in olive oil and vegetables and fruits and beans and nuts and moderate amounts of red wine and fish and chicken. And for a person whose body existed on high fructose corn syrup and sweet rolls, that was a colossal shock. She found herself taking naps during the day. Her children irritated her, and she argued with her husband nonstop. Diabetes prevention studies conducted by the NIH and in Finland showed that just by losing 7% of your body weight and getting moderate exercise of at least 150 minutes per week was sufficient to decrease the risk of progression to diabetes by 58%. 7 months later, Melinda went to see her doctor. She had lost 12 pounds and her A1C was now normal. Now, Melinda is trying to get Paul to change his lifestyle. And those coffee cakes with cinnamon sugar on the top no longer taste that good to Melinda. She even started lifting weights. Now, I know some of you would want to know more about prediabetes and insulin resistance. So if you're interested in learning more, take a look at this video here that I'm putting up on the screen. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like and share and comment in the box below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Until the next video, stay healthy and stay safe.